Okay, back at it. Back at it. That quick, so fast, so quick, so fast. Back on it. We blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. Who ain't outside? Who inside playing it safe? Playing it safe like me. Old man, family man business. Put in my quality time, my family time. Everybody straight. So now I'm back with my extended family, my digital family. Seeing where we can pick up where we left off at, or seeing if somebody else wants to tap in, get something off their chest. Whole lot of comments on my last 3 posts. Whole lot of comments. Whole lot of invites I got. Sending a whole lot of invites out. But I'm not really seeing no acceptance. They got a StreamYard link. Getting back into it after putting in my QT with the fam. Now, seeing what we can get into, what we can talk about. Problems, solutions, controversies, conspiracies. Cow Dog 73. Man, you got it. What's good with you, brethren? Here, tapping in with you. Seeing what we talking about on this second half of this evening. I was on earlier, doing double days now on this Labor Day weekend. I think it's Labor Day or Memorial Day. What's this? Labor Day? The end of summer is Labor Day, right? Monday. So everybody probably out and about, and those that ain't out and about, we can keep each other company. Taiwan or Taiwan. Wish y'all made Colorblind Part 2. Man, me too. I wish we did too. But people didn't change their directions, I guess, maybe, or yeah, I meant to post up this one of my little throwback records called Can't Break Me. I'm gonna post it up. I might post it in the link of this video. But I don't know if it might catch a copyright, even though it's in my name. But I found that even if I put up music on my channel that I own the masters to, some about YouTube still gonna let it get copyright strikes or something. So I just don't be wanting to risk it, at least not on this page. Beezy, Houston, we have a problem. We got some solutions for Houston. Salute H-Town in the place. Black Attack Part 2. The saga continues. Godfather Part 2. That was the best one. You know what I'm saying? Part 2. That's when it really went up. It got active. Black Attack, yeah, you familiar with Can't Break Me? I just kind of wanted to kind of like review that and just go over it. I got a few records, but I just can't put them up. Well, not on this page, at least. I can put them up on my other page, but I gotta wait till that page get back active. My original West Coast KAM YouTube. So they still putting it through YouTube jail. But we here, we live over here. So hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, participate, tag somebody, let them know, if you heard somebody talking like they want to holler at me, or this is the time to do it. Saturday night live. We can get all the way into it. You need politic madness here, like holiday madness, man. You ain't never lied. Cause I'm still trying to I'm fascinated to see how our people all of a sudden got so emotionally wrapped up in in politics, in American politics, as though we got any snowball's chance in Hades of getting what we really deserve from politics, from voting. Incredible, man. It's incredible. That's what made me even pull back, because I was assuming that we was still conscious, or we were still sane, or but I got instructions from our headquarters, like silence, just like Malcolm, silence. Let them do what they do. Let it be what it's gonna be. Because if they don't believe, if they don't see it by now, then they gotta taste what they gotta learn it the hard way. So I was like, yep, I see. I didn't understand it. I thought I could get through to them. I thought the arguments were so plain and so strong, so true, so provable, but nope. Once Satan successfully puts that emotional battery in our people's back, you just gotta let it run its course. You gotta let it run its course. Darius McNair, peace. John White, peace. New York in the building, in the house. New York, big city of dreams. The mecca of hip hop music. Yep. So all love and respect. Excuse me. Yeah, seeing what y'all doing. We start slow. I start kind of slow and let somebody jump off the porch with something. Then we can go right at it. I'll be so much wishing. I don't want to turn this into like no reality TV type mess, beef, headache, negative, type of thing where you used to me, arguing, but they started, and once they get me in that mode, I just be in that mode. Automatic. And you don't quit. Brother Cam with another damn hit with the Black Superman. Shouts out Code 187 Above the Law, producer of that. Northern California in the building, in the house, up top. All love and respect. Silent, but I can't say that word. It's YouTube's. Still waiting on Bobby Ye. I tagged him earlier, ain't heard back. Man, ain't that something? Lamanu, like I can't read it, but I'll post that so y'all can check that out. That's an interesting take. Lamanu Young, some stuff I can't verbalize. But yeah, COINTELPRO is at an all-time high. COINTELPRO, Willie Lynch, CIA, all that good psychological warfare, infiltration, agent provocateur type stuff. But I guess if everybody else jump off a building or jump off a cliff, then I guess we'll do it. We say we won't, but clearly we have. Whatever the crowd is doing, weak minds think alike. So, I try to keep it champion sperm cellish. I try to keep it in the same principle that I kept it to be the champion sperm out of that 500 million load that got shot out 55 years ago. I wasn't doing the same thing all the rest of them was doing. I was different. So that's why I'm here, because I was different. I wasn't going along with the crowd. So it's interesting to see how many of us become a mob, just become a part of the crowd, just fitting in, abandoning the method that got us here. Ultra MK Ultra. Yeah. 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 But yeah, man, Saturday night, we here, we got each other. We don't need nobody else, right? We got it. We got live television. This is live television, real live talk TV, not just talk radio, live talk TV. Talk and I'll talk back. There's the link, StreamYard link once again that I gotta put in there periodically. Um, did you hear? Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I spoke on that earlier. Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. May Allah be pleased with him, and condolences to his families and loved ones. Yeah, he definitely was the voice of the party. He definitely was the voice of popping parties and arenas and concerts and records, clubs. So rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. Um, Hostile MG Town, MG Toe. I might be saying it wrong. Yep, a lot of these people are sheeple. This space is for free thinkers, right? Thinkers, not feelers. You can feel. We're not robots. But dang, man, we supposed to be thinking more than we feeling. Chill Town. Always salute when I see the Chill Town. Chill Town Majors in the chat. AML, GB, what it do? What it do? Man, they do what we tell it. It do exactly what we tell it. And that's what we here doing, telling it. Darius McNair, what's your take on the Venezuelan gangs taking over Colorado? I mean, I heard about it, but I don't know that. That's just a story. I don't know if that's true or not. But that's something to look into. Yeah, I don't just take stories off the news on face value. If it's something that's really being pushed like that, then I think it's an agenda. Anything that's being pushed down our throat on mainstream media, if it's on mainstream media, then I don't trust it. I don't believe it just like that. Uncle Buck, no, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't, well, if something is in line with what we're talking about, I might get it in. Damn hard, peace. Damn hard. But yeah, Saturday night. I just actually got a commercial in the middle of the live stream. Yeah, they be doing that. So this is not my channel, but it's a monetized channel. So I'm pretty sure there's some setup commercials or some ad spaces that's gonna be hitting every few minutes. But just hit skip, just wait to it. If it do something pop up, just hit skip and pop right back in. You heard about the recent news of lead being in the water in Watts. Not the recent news. I know it been like that, but yeah, if it's any recent news, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that at all. It been in the water. It been in the schools and the paint and all kind of stuff. So yeah, that these folks, the gentrification folks, want all that part. That's all prime real estate. So they, as you can see, they trying to get all of that back up out of us and trying to move us up out of there, which they have been doing. And they got various ways and methods of doing that. But yeah, they definitely are in full swing and getting us up out of there. But yeah, that's going on all over all the major cities that across the United States, especially on the coast, New York, LA, Frisco, in the Bay, Texas, anywhere that's like real prime beachfront coastal properties. They trying to get us up out of there, and they can have it because we know what's coming. We know what's going to hit those areas, so they can have it. Miss 702, salute. Ock Values. I'm glad KAM is on YouTube. So many cornballs on here, man. Come on now. Mama Mysterious. Yeah, but AK Values, hey, so people think I'm that. You know, people, if you tell the truth or you represent too solidly, too much manhood, too much testosterone, you standing on natural testicles too hard, they gonna call you weird or a cornball, or gonna call you something. So, you know, to each his own. Let everybody do what they do, and we'll see how the chips fall. Daryl Roberts, Part 1. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X family are followers of Marcus Garvey. Is that a question or is that a comment? Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X family, and Minister Farrakhan. They was all Garveyites, but they didn't learn the supreme wisdom from Garvey. Garvey didn't say who God was and who the devil was, and no supreme wisdom. Garvey absolutely was a righteous, blessed elder, now ancestor of ours, but he didn't teach us this. You know, he loved our people. He loved his people, and he was willing to put it all on the line for his people based on what he knew and understand. But he didn't have the supreme wisdom. But he definitely was a pioneer, but not of this knowledge, not of this information. Inglewood Legends, they want all of our folks to move back down south. Or, yeah, they want us to move back into 6 feet into the dirt. That's where they want us to move. And that won't happen. Terrence Love, do you approve of or support Black Americans' participation in our Second Amendment rights of the U.S. Constitution? That's a good question, Terrence. Do you approve of or support Black people or Black people of America's participation in the Second Amendment? I think that's to keep and bear arms. Is that what that is, or is that free speech? I think that's to keep and bear arms, right? Under normal conditions, like if we was Americans, I would, but knowing that we're really not Americans and we're the victims of America, no, absolutely not. And that's what is taught in the NOI, and that's why we have lasted so long, because we didn't buy into or feed into that trick or that trap. We knew that that wasn't for us. We knew that if we tried to express or take advantage of that Second Amendment, they would use that as the excuse to wipe us out, to cut us all down. So we didn't give them that excuse. We didn't bite at that trap. That was a landmine bear trap. So no, the NOI especially, and we advocate for everybody to not carry or rely on carnal weapons of our former slave master, of this enemy. You cannot not out pop the poppers, the manufacturers of the poppers. You cannot out bomb the bombers. You cannot out, weapon the makers and the manufacturers of those weapons, and the people that have that nature to use them in the first place. Anybody with the nature that would make weapons of mass destruction and viral weapons and biological weapons and smallpox in a blanket and, all of the stuff that Mr. Fauci and all that is alleged to have taken place in, then their nature is already something that you can't compete with them in evil. You can only win them with righteousness, being more right than them. It don't mean you still ain't a warrior, and when it comes down to it, you got to handle your business. But if you're relying on what they make, then you already lost. So we rely on the warfare strategy of the righteous, of the divine, most high, true and living God in the flesh, not some spook or spirit or ghost story or tradition. No, the living general, the living commander in chief. Marcus Garvey was from the tribe of Benjamin. I don't know. I don't even get into that. Tether's been undermining Black Americans when just as a whole really woke up to it. Yeah, well, there's, I guess the tether thing, that's just like a newer slang word, but like with Dame Dash or the song I wrote about DJ Vlad, it's culture vultures. It's Black culture vultures. There's Black enemies. In fact, that's proven to be our worst enemy. We know who the natural enemy is. That's not even supposed to be the problem no more. The problem is the enemies that's made out of the same material that we made out of. Those are the worst culture vultures. That's what Judas was. Nobody could get next to these Jesuses or these generals or these kings or rulers, but somebody that was from among them. That was their own flesh and blood, their own wife, their own brother, their own security, their own. That's our problem. That's the problem. So, and it's this whole argument about reparations and so-called tethers and all that has value. That has its place. That has its place because that subject of reparations is ripe now. We have arrived in the time in history or in prophecy that subject is about to come into full play and fruition. It's just not going to happen politically, but the powers that be, the pharaohs, the governments have to be hearing that. They see and hear the writing on the wall. They know that this is stirring now among the Black masses. So Pharaoh had to hear that before he was made to submit and give it to us. He had to hear that chatter, that reparations chatter, whether it's from the NOI or FBA or ADOS, or he had to hear that, oh, this is a real thing now. They never was pressing us as candidates, as presidential candidates for reparations like they are now. So this is absolutely necessary. Not meaning that they're going to give it to us in a political way, but they have to know that this is, they awake to what they really are owed, and now they pressing for it. Now they talking about it. They fighting each other even for it. So they know that this is top tier, first priority subject matter for us now. And thanks to people like Tariq Nasheed and ADOS and FBA, because Nation of Islam been saying it. Just like we've been calling out who the real synagogue of Satan and all that was. But it's not until Kanye said it and Kyrie and Candace Owens and all these people, that, okay. So they just saying what we've been saying. But now people listening. So that means that we're waking up. So yeah, we're going to naturally bump heads and fight each other and argue with each other and all of that. But the subject is reparations. So the Pharaoh has to hear that this is the cry. This is the word in American streets now. So of course they got to bring in other little distractionary, factions to try to, like I always say, muddy the water up and cloud the identity of what's what and who's who, and kick the can down the road and tell you more lies and more promises. But they know reparations is the topic, and they know prophecy. The enemy knows prophecy. The enemy knows better than we do who we are and what they owe us and the time that we living in. They know who Farrakhan is. They know who Elijah Muhammad is. We just don't know. And since they see that we don't know or we don't want to accept that, then they're giving us every reason, every little false slander, propaganda, whatever, to to feed, keeping us away from the real Moses and the real Aaron, because that's who's gonna get the reparations. That's going only Moses and Aaron and their followers got the Exodus and got the reparations. Everybody else didn't. Now you can take it or leave it. It's my job to say it and put it out there just as plainly and clearly as I'm putting it. Nobody else was going to get it because it wasn't based on a political relationship between the former Israelites and Pharaoh's government. They didn't come to no political agreement to get get reparations. It didn't happen like that. And if you don't want to believe in the spiritual prophecy aspect of all this, then just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going voting, doing it the way that you believe, and just keep breathing if you can. And we'll see. We'll see. OG Bam, I see you. I see you. Salute, respect. You already know what it is. Good to see you as always. Beezy, Marcus Garvey, yeah. Look at the tether trying to specify where tribe the Pan-Africanist is from. The irony contradiction is crazy. That's exactly why we as FBAs are completely delineating no more of that. We all black. I mean, you got a point. I don't agree, with staying on the surface with it. Like we got to go all the way to the God subject of it. So, and from what I understand, FBA don't really consider themselves the people that was kidnapped from Africa. Is FBA claiming that they're like the original Moors or the original native, the black people that was already here and never was brought from Africa? If that's what FBA means, then according to scripture, then that doesn't qualify for this particular spiritual prophecy, Bible, Quranic type prophecy of identifying who the children of Israel is. So reparations from that standpoint falls more in line of like Native American reservations, or what they claim to have done for the Native Americans, right? So that's something I want to hear more about. If y'all familiar with that, if FBA is black people from America, like foundational, meaning that it's not the people those of us that was brought from Africa over here, then I would like to have a conversation with somebody about that and talk about what type of reparations compared to our reparations. Like if we're going to start comparing, like what does that look like, or what does that mean to you? There's the link. Because it's going to come down to a God issue, bottom line. Because if we just relying on politics or whatever, these people already got all the nuclear weapons, all the biochemical weapons, all the most horrific, nightmarish crime against humanity weapons of war that they already been using on us since we've been here. So if we're that deluded or delusional that we think that all of them weapons and all them FEMA camps and FEMA caskets and what I'm saying is not for us. You think they got reparations for us? They got something for us. They got some stuff for us. It's not reparations. They've been planning for us. They got something for us. And if you think that you're gonna get it without God making sure you get it, then I hate to be the one to tell you, hate to bust your bubble. That is not going to happen. If your reparations is not rooted or backed by God, a God, avenging God, where vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I'm going to break you and make you give up my people and give them all the gold and wealth and land or whatever resources they need to go do something for themselves. If that's not what you own, then You're not going to be successful. Just telling you straight out. And that's my job, is just to tell you straight out. Of course you have the right to disagree, but you can't say that you wasn't warned and informed and that you don't understand what I'm saying. You're not going to get it without God. The real God, not the spooky ghost God. I'm not talking about that God. I'm not talking about the fairy tale fantasy island, Mr. Rourke, ghost, whatever, religion God. Not talking about that God. Beezy, you saying we do not deny the African part of our lineage, but we also know we were already in this country. I mean, we know, like, this is something that I wanted to speak on, and I'm glad you said that. Let me put this so I don't forget it. And this is regarding Kamala Harris. As much as our people won't want to hear this, but according to the teachings of the Nation of Islam, Indians, from India, and the Indians from Native America, like Kamala Harris, are black. Those are black people. Indians are black people, right? So if she's claiming Indian, but she's not claiming black, politically or whatever, on the surface or whatever, she's not from our chosen people, children of slaves, children of Israel, whatever, biblical prophecy. She's not from that, but she is black. According to the laws of genetics and the laws of nature, Indians or people from India are black people. They're just a different tribe. They're not the tribe of Shabaz. They're not the kinky hair, wide nose, thick lips, dense bone, muscle, tribe of black people. They're the tribe of black people that actually was used, or they're one of the tribes, that was used to produce or graft out the devil, right? So they're a tribe of black people that have straight noses, thin lips, straight hair, thin, more delicate skin and muscle mass and bone mass. So they're closer to I'm trying to the KVs. So if you graft out, if you go on Google or something like that, and you Google Indian, from India, Indian albino, they will look just like a European, white person. You can tell a tribe of Shabaz albino, you can tell that they're still black because they still got all of the other strong features, of the African Negroid, features, the kinky hair, the wide nose, lips, the muscle tone, and all of that. You can tell that, oh, that's a black albino. But if you see an Indian albino, then you're gonna be like, oh, that's a straight, fresh out the cave, little Zoid. That's a straight little Zoid right there. So that's one of the ways that we can tell that they wasn't grafted from our tribe. The KVs, the Zoids, they wasn't grafted from our tribe, the kinky hair, the strongest tribe, the tribe of Shabaz, what they call African. They wasn't from our tribe. But they're still black. Indians are black. So Kamala Harris, by definition, by nature, the definition of the nature of genetics, she's black. But she ain't like us. She ain't like us. So, Sir Hunnits, absolutely. Absolutely. We came in together. Free thinker, peace. Black warrior spirit, salute. Salute, Bay Area. Part 2 in the Quran, Yusuf chapter in the Quran, Yusuf chapter 12 talks about slavery, the enslaved becoming rulers in the land and receiving reparations. I don't think it said reparations. It says to make them the rulers. You know, they made Pharaoh what Pharaoh feared. You know what I'm saying? That God brought it to fruition. That the people that was at the bottom, the party that they had tortured and tormented and all of that and feared the most actually became the rulers. So it didn't mention reparations as such, but it mentioned whatever took place. It put us on the top ruling them, whereas we used to be on the bottom being ruled by them. So that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen here in America. And if so, I don't know how long that's going to happen before America is uh, deleted. I'm talking about this country it becomes the lake of fire. I don't know if y'all seen the little video clip I posted earlier today of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, where he was discussing the final destruction of in fire of America, the United States of America. He said, not South America, not South America. South America will not burn. It'd be affected a little bit, but North America here, the United States, is what's going to burn. That's what the lake of fire is going to be. It's going to burn for 390 years. The atoms above America are going to be exploded. If you know anything about physics or science, the atmosphere is oxygen and nitrogen. And if you cut a shortage in gravity, and cut a shortage in, exploding certain atoms, then oxygen is pure fire. Then, this is what God is going to do. His angel, that seventh angel that puts one foot on land and one foot on water and holds his hand up and said, time that thou knowest, time as you know shall be no more, meaning is over. This angel has the power to cut a shortage in gravity and set the whole atmosphere on fire for 12 miles up, from the ground all the way 12 miles up. That's the lake of fire. That's America. And like I said, it's going to burn for 390 years to equal the amount of years that we was in chattel slavery. And it's going to take 610 years to cool off before any life and human life will ever be able to vegetation will ever be able to grow there, and human beings will be able to live in this part of the earth, this country again. So it's going to be a complete 1,000 years, 390 burning and 610 cooling off. And that talks about the 7,000th year or the Jubilee of the Bible. The devil or the God of this world was doing his work for 6 days, and on the seventh day or the 7,000th year, they be put to rest from all their work of wickedness that God created them for. But yeah, I know I went off on a tangent. But yeah, we're just talking. That caste system in India. Yeah, all of us are under the influence of Yaqub's people that was made to rule the earth in wickedness, to make mischief and cause the shedding of plasma. You know what I'm saying? For all of the creatures of the planet. That's what Adam was made for, the man of sin. That's why the angels disputed with Allah, with God in the beginning. They didn't agree. They didn't want to submit to this new ruler being placed in the earth over us, over our planet, over our people. So they rebelled. They were standing on righteousness. I'm talking about the Iblis, the angel and the Iblis and all the ones that followed him, that didn't agree with this new Adam race being made, knowing what they was going to be made to do. So what will you put in it except that which will make mischief and cause the shedding of blood? And we celebrate your praise, Allah, and extol your holiness. But, what is this? And Allah said, surely I know what you know not. Just do it. And it was like, okay, we submit. But Iblis was like, nah, I ain't with that. I'm not doing that. I'm not participating in this little process to produce a Satan on the planet. It wasn't no such thing as Satan. You wanted me to turn my family and turn our people over to this? So he rebelled based on, righteousness. He didn't want to allow such wickedness or participate in creating such wickedness or wicked people. So that's what this whole beef is about. I know y'all used to ask the question like, well, if God, if the devil exists and the devil know that they can't beat God, why would the devil just not submit and obey? Like, you can't beat God. Why would you be standing on such a rebellious position? Because he was standing on righteousness. He didn't understand the grade level of wisdom that God was operating from by bringing the devil out of us and giving it full expression to rule the planet for 6,000 years. We didn't understand the real process of creation. Creation means growth and evolution. There's no such thing as an abracadabra creation. Absolutely false. All creation is something that's grown from a beginning. It has to be grown from a beginning. Everything, including God, including us, including all creation. No abracadabra, boom, is just finished and mature, and no such thing. So all of us been taught lies about how God operates, what creation actually is, how it works. All the planets, all the stars, all of the moons, everything you see was grown from a beginning. It was grown. Like how seeds grow into a big tree and forest and all that, how you was a little microscopic, flimsy, soft, cushiony piece of germ, and now you big, 5 feet, 6 feet tall with bones and teeth and feelings. You were grown from a beginning. All creation is grown from a beginning. That is the definition of creation. Creation means to be grown from a beginning. And we don't understand that is God's process. That's the law. There is no such thing. That's a falsehood. There is no such thing as just creating something and it's just boom, it's just the final product. False. So evolution is the nature, is the law of God. Evolution exists. It's just not independent. Evolution is the product of the will of God. God put his will in motion, and his will evolves or grows a thing from stage to stage to stage to it reaches its eventual, destination or perfection or function. That's the reality of God. There is no spook, mystery, ghost, invisible God that just boom, that's all lies. And if you still believe that, that's why you're powerless. That's why you're confused. That's why you're scared. That's why you're unsuccessful in your personal and spiritual life. That's why you have mental illness, because you've been taught falsehood. We've been taught lies, and that don't compute with our real brain. Your brain is real, and it really grew the way I said. It was really created the way I said, and it functions on truth. And if you feed it anything other than truth, it's going to malfunction. We feed your brain anything other than truth, it's going to malfunction, whether you know it or not. That's how we know that we've been fed lies, because our brain has malfunctioned and shut down. You got fuses. If you know anything about electricity or whatever, all the circuits done tripped. All the fuse boxes done tripped. Only a few of them is left on because we've been, overloaded with cross signals, which is false information. So, free thinker. If women came from Adam's rib, that's all false. That's all symbolic language. The Bible has been tampered with and altered by the people that made us Christians. The first council of Nicaea, Constantine, those Europeans that canonized the Bible, that took out which books they didn't feel like or would serve their interest. They didn't feel like they were inspired by God, so they left them out or took them out, and they added this and they changed these words. So all of that's symbolic language. That's just hiding certain realities in symbolism. That's why there was no snake in the garden. There's no beast with 7 heads. There's no dragon. Jesus was never a lamb, a rock, a rose, a fish, a lion. That's all symbolic, metaphoric language. That's not literal. So we all had belly buttons. You know what I'm saying? Jesus had a biological father. Joseph was his biological father. The Bible even say that. It say that Jesus was of the seed of David according to the flesh. So David was Jesus's great whatever grandfather. He carried the blood of the seed of David according to the flesh. But he was declared to be the Son of God. Jesus was declared, even though he was the physical, biological son of David, he was declared to be the Son of God according to the Spirit and righteousness and whatnot. Declared. Declared means you, before the declaration, you wasn't that. And after the declaration, now you are that. So if you have to be declared to be something, that means before the declaration, you wasn't that. So, but these are great subjects. Eric Swan, who lived in the hollow earth 6,000 years ago. I don't know where you got that from. Who said the earth was hollow, and who said people lived in the hollow earth 6,000 years ago? I'm not saying they did or they didn't, but that's a loaded question. You got to bring some receipts to even ask that question. Inglewood Legends, that's why they crucified him, born out of wedlock and claiming to be the Son of God. Well, that's not why they crucified him. They crucified him because he was telling the truth. And, you know, they couldn't bear the truth that he was saying, which was exposing them and convicting them. But yes, he was born out of what they call wedlock at that time, 2,000 some years ago. And the law, the Jewish law, whatever of that time, was to be stoned to deletion if you got caught in adultery. So since Mary would have been guilty of adultery because she came up pregnant, and we all know ghosts don't get you pregnant. So since she wouldn't give up the identity of Joseph, who is really her biological father, she just said, this is a product of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit did this. She wasn't lying, because Joseph carried the seed of David. He did carry the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's what got his little man erect. You know what I'm saying? It was love, you know, they loved each other, and they produced Jesus out of love for God and for for each other. But yeah, at the law of that time, Joseph already had a family. He already had a wife. He already had children. So they was childhood sweethearts. This is according to the revelation, the true history of Jesus, according to the revelation from Master Father Muhammad to Elijah Muhammad. They was childhood sweethearts, you know what I'm saying? But Jesus was not of the priestly class. Mary was of the priest class. She was on upper class, and her family wouldn't allow Jesus. Not Jesus. Her family wouldn't allow Joseph to marry her because he was of a poorer class, so he had to suppress his love and go on about his life. You know what I'm saying, and find a wife of his own that he could afford to take care of, and she had to go on and keep herself chaste and try to hold out for some man or whatever, and that never happened. And one day a dust storm in the Middle East hit real hard and lasted for 3 days, and she called out mentally, telepathically, because we had that power, and we still do, especially when we're not eating swine and poison animal flesh and dope and drugs and all of that. So she called out for help in the dust storm, and he came in more ways than one during those 3 days. And that's how Jesus was conceived. Yes, Yaqub was born, we taught, outside of 20 miles outside of Arabia, Mecca. He was born in Arabia, but he was born 20 miles outside of Mecca, Donnie Williams. So, like I said earlier, from what I understand, Yaqub was not of the tribe of Shabaz. Yaqub was not the kinky-haired, negroid, African type of black person. Yaqub was black, but he wasn't of our tribe. He wasn't of the tribe of Shabaz. So if Yaqub was one of the other tribes, like the people of India type black person, where they had already had thin nose, straight hair, thin lips already, they already had those features, and then they grafted that type of tribe of black person out into its final stage, then that makes all the sense in the world. We can't expect that this Adamite race was grafted out of the kinky hair tribe, because they would clearly look different. They was grafted out of one of the weaker original black tribes. James, peace, James.
Yes, Cam, I got a question.
Yes,
I seemed like the Nation of Islam was stronger back in the '90s, opposed to now. Now it seems like more black people joining the Hebrew Israelite cult, but back in the '90s, everybody wanted to join the Nation of Islam. Can you tell me what kind of happened?
You said it was stronger?
Yes, it was stronger in the '90s.
What would you say your definition of stronger is? Does truth get weaker?
No, when I say strong, I'm gonna give you what I mean. Back in the '90s, I'm sorry, I'm at work, so it's some, you gonna hear some noise in the background. But I was gonna say, back in the '90s, back when they had when they had like the Million Man March, Farrakhan was real big in the '90s. He was on TV, like
that
all
makes
over the
you,
place.
but I'm saying that makes you right because you're on TV. That makes you successful because you're on TV.
I think he was I think Minister Farrakhan was very successful in building the Nation of Islam back up. Because remember when Wallace, he tried to get them to go to Orthodox, but Farrakhan, this was before social media. Farrakhan was big in the late '80s, early '90s.
So
He
he's
had
not big now.
no. He's still big now, but back then in the listen to me. The
I'm just saying,
Nation of Islam,
what's your definition of big or stronger or successful?
the Million Man March, 1995. How that was my definition of big. You ain't seen a march like that since then.
Right, but he did that march, and he already affected the world and the future generations by that. So what are you? I'm not following you. Like,
I'm
what is your definition of stronger?
okay. Back in the '90s, the Nation of Islam was when you thought about black consciousness. You didn't. Most people didn't know who a Hebrew Israelite was. They didn't know who a Moor was in most of these places. But everybody knew who the Nation of Islam is. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
you wanted to learn something black, you went to them. But now
Right.
you got these other organizations through the social media. But back in the '90s, they was really big. I'm talking about back when,
So I'm
look,
saying, is big popular? Is popular what you mean by big or successful? Like what I'm saying is you might not know that COVID exists, right?
Right.
You might not know that HIV exists until somebody stick you with a needle, and now it's just because you're not aware of the power of something or you don't see the power of something, don't mean that it's not more powerful than it ever was.
Right. But when I say big in the 90s, I'm talking about like, do you remember when the Nation of Islam had Khalid Muhammad?
I'm in the Nation of Islam.
Okay, but do you remember when Dr. Khalid Muhammad was in Los Angeles? He was the head at one time he was the at the temple in LA.
Are you talking to me, or are you just talking to the people?
I'm talking to you and everybody. I'm talking to everybody. But at one time, like today, Tony Muhammad, he's over Los Angeles. But at one time, Khalid Muhammad, back in the 90s when it was Farrakhan and Khalid Muhammad, the Nation of Islam was super powerful. I'm not saying they're weak, but I'm saying back in the,
what is your definition of super powerful?
Everybody will deal with them. All the celebrities.
Let me ask you like this: Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Is God super powerful?
Yes, he's all knowing.
So why most of the people on the planet ain't with him?
I don't know. Everybody got their own mind.
No, but listen. Do you understand the point I just made? Just because most of the people ain't with God, does that mean God ain't as powerful or strong as he used to be?
Okay, maybe I said the word when I said it the wrong way, brother Cam. I should have said I remember them more in the 90s than I do in today's time, the 2000s. Like back when they had Khalid Muhammad. Back when even the movie, Spike Lee made a movie called Get on the Bus. The nation, the Million Man.
I understand. How old are you, James?
I'm 39. I'm 39. I was a little boy in the 90s.
Right. But my point though, like I said, just because the enemy's media doesn't highlight or popularize or flood, or promote us like they maybe once did before they found out, that we was helping expose them, does not mean that we ain't more powerful than we ever been. That's just like saying God is not powerful or strong no more because the people don't talk about God like they used to. People ain't with God like they used to. That means God fell off or something, that God fell off.
No, y'all still. I'm just saying in the 90s with the Nation of Islam, like when they came to Washington D.C., I heard my uncle said that he went to the Million Man March. He said you couldn't get on a bus in D.C. without everybody going. He said it was the most.
That's just one day though. That was just one day event, right? It's not about that event. It's about how that event affected us before, during, and after the event. We're not about events. You understand what I'm saying? If whoever participated in that was affected for the rest of their life because they participated in something divine and biblical and historic and immortal, whatever they chose to do with that experience afterwards is their business. You can't force nobody to do nothing, to accept nothing. All we can do is prove the demonstration, and we proved it. And whatever we choose to do with our life or our body or with that experience is totally on us. You there, James?
Yeah, I'm there. But I just remember. But I'm gonna let you go because there's a lot of noise in the background. But I'll talk about it again another time with you about that and how brother Khalid Muhammad, when he was with the nation, I just remember when Khalid was with him, he was shutting people down. Couldn't nobody come up. When Khalid Muhammad was around, he had them. I remember they took that stuff off of YouTube. They took his videos off.
You just said it then. You just said it. Who is they that took it off of YouTube?
Google.
There you go then. So if Google is not promoting it, then that means it's not strong no more.
No, they just a lot of stuff done changed since the 2000s. That was all. But I'll talk to you again, brother.
All right, for sure, James. Um, Donnie Williams, you want to hop on here with me? I see you saying something, Donnie. Hop on with me, Donnie Williams. Let's talk about. You said something that I was doing something. Now you're running right now to me. So don't run from me. You said I was running from him, Donnie Williams. Don't run from me. Hop on this live right here. I just sent the link. So I'm on. I was on with him. So you saying I was running from him, but I'm on with him. Now you get on with me, and don't run from me. Ferocity F. They want to hide the nation from the mainstream media. Exactly. Yeah. That was funny. That's funny, Donnie. I'm serious though. Like, let's have a conversation. You look like an intelligent black man. You don't look like you a coward. So don't tell me that I'm a coward. Don't tell me I'm running from somebody and you won't hop on here with me. Because I was actually on there for you to say that I'm running. So let's see you get on here with me. That you get your sources. What's your sources? What's your sources straight? You already said what you said. Now stand on it. Stand on what you typed. You don't need to get nothing sources. You should have had your sources before you type what you typed, right? But that's part of the entertainment. This is what we come here for. This is what the people want to see. Are y'all not entertained? Don't y'all want to see Donnie? Donnie. Get up in the ring with KAM, Donnie. Get up in the ring. You keep typing. Stop typing from the hip. Talk with your chest. Stop typing with me, bro. Especially if you talking about I was running. I'm finna make you eat your own words. Right. It's hilarious. Right. Too much black positivity equals less public media exposure. Absolutely. What you want to see, Allah? See what see Allah saying. Show your face, Donnie. We want Donnie. See how quick they be to comment and how slow they are to show. Quick to comment, slow to show, or no to show, no show. Steady typing. Don't type what you're gonna do. That link ain't nothing but a damn click. You don't even have to do nothing. I gotta go. Look at y'all. Look at what all I have to go through just to get somebody who already shot a little pot shot at me to get on and holler at me like a man. It's not like I'm gonna cuss you out. You know I'm gonna treat you with respect. You know I'm not gonna call you out your name or nothing derogatory unless you get out of line. I'm still not gonna call you nothing derogatory. I didn't call him. I just said the other brother earlier. He just looked like Larry Holmes to me. Didn't he look like Larry Holmes? You've seen all the, just that's what he looked like to me. I'm not speaking for the NOI. That's what he looked like to me, and I want to see what you look like to me, or what you sound like to me. I'm not speaking for Farrakhan and the NOI. This is just me and you. That's all. Eric Swan, yeah, absolutely. Before that, 20 years ago, Farrakhan been banned for 20 something years. People thought that he passed away because they put such a media whiteout on him. But that's how he started. He started underground and he end underground. Either way, you can't stop the growth. Just because you ain't seeing the growth promoted on the media You can't stop the growth. You can't stop the roots from going down into the soil just because you don't see what's going on. That's cool. Whether they promote it or they don't, it's still happening. Robert Epps, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, said that our rise is their automatic fall, so we shouldn't expect the enemy to broadcast our success on their airways. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why are you running from me, Donnie? You steady texting. Why are you running? Stop running. You're a track star? You go to the Olympics? Looking like they're, yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they understood that. That was a joke, you know what I'm saying? Young. But you know, that's part of the entertainment. Y'all want to diss, y'all want to hear me diss. So I dissed on a freestyle. It's just like comedy, it's just like roasting. That don't mean nothing. Y'all want me to be fun and funny. You're too serious and you think you this and you that, man. I'm okay. I can't even clown it. I can't do nothing right without y'all being on me, huh? Joel Eichner, you left earlier, but you're back now. Play that funky music, man. I'm trying to get it in, trying to get it going. G from the Bay, running. Can't keep running away. Bruh. We want Donnie. You heard, you hear the people? Donnie. You taking too long, though. We ain't gonna wait for you. We ain't gonna wait for you. You had time to do all that typing, bro. It ain't nothing but a click. You ain't even gotta. Well, man, you're a grown man. I ain't gotta tell you what you gotta do. You say, Darius, Donnie too busy getting ready for Creed 4. Come on, Donnie. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on, Donnie. Come on. Come on. Come on. Donnie, it says, oh, there you go, Donnie. It says, you will need to connect. There you go. There you go. Let's get ready to rumble. What up, Donnie?
Let me make sure I got my. It ain't no crazy echo, is it?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm proud of you, man. I salute you. You showed up for the fade, and it ain't even gonna be that. But I want to hear what you had to say. You say I was running from him. What subject was I running from?
Yeah. Just carry on for a moment. Let me get my audio right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that should be better.
You hear me now?
Yeah. I've been heard you. I had a crazy echo on my end.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So what was I running from?
Because I thought, like, again, I'm not taking no sides or anything like that. I just thought, I thought the brother was, I don't know him from a can of paint, for the record.
Right.
And I thought he was saying some good stuff, but you kind of, to me, you started playing these word games, like asking him to define simple things, Cam.
Like what? Give me an example.
I don't remember the examples. I can't take you back to that moment, brother. I'm not sitting here writing stuff down.
It's not. Anyway, you don't even have to write nothing down. You can remember one thing.
That's why I said that.
But so do you see the irresponsibility and the potential slander with accusing me of something and you can't even remember one thing that you accusing me of? Do that sound responsible?
I'm telling you, you could.
That sound responsible.
You could, you got into this break down these simple definitions, Cam.
Give me one definition. Like, give me one example of whatever you.
This is what I don't want to do, but what I like to do is I want to show you something, right? And it's about the minister.
Well, let's before we get to that, let's get to what you accuse me of.
Yeah, I thought you was running because you was playing these definitions, like simple definitions.
Give me one example. Give me
I
one
didn't write
example.
the shit down. I was in the moment.
That's very irresponsible.
Okay. Well, I'll take that L then. Can we move on?
No, I just give me one example because it meant that much to you. I want it to mean that much to me.
Bro.
Give me one example.
What were you asking him? Like,
Huh?
you know, you were asking him to give you these simple, what's your definition of successful? What's your definition? You know, it was too much. That's all.
It was too much for you.
No, it wasn't too much for me. Anyway, can we move on now?
Yeah, we move up and we'll come back to that. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So I got a video. I'm gonna play it from my phone.
Oh, why can't you can't play no video? Is it what is it of?
Farrakhan.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Is it talking any violence or any subjects of?
No, he's not talking no violence. Basically, I'll tell you what he's talking about. Black people that got kinky hair is a curse.
Okay, yeah, play that.
Okay, all right. That's all I want to do. I just wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, play that.
To stay in that area, so he took his family into the jungle of East Asia.
Let me start it over.
And put it up, if you don't mind, put it closer to the.
To stay in that area, so he took his family.
Can you hear
into
it?
the jungle of East Asia,
Push it closer.
which we now call Africa, to make a people close to nature. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this is the origin of kinky hair. Because we didn't have kinky hair prior to that. The hair on our head was like the hair on our eyebrows. The hair on your eyebrows straight, the hair on your head is not the same as the hair on your eyebrow. But the hair of every other people is the same as their eyebrow. Your eyebrow straight, your hair something different. Wouldn't you like the hair on your head to be as straight as the hair on your eyebrow? That's why you're so busy frying it.
Absolutely.
That's why you're so busy pulling it. Because
It's
your
almost
nature
over.
tells you that the kink I mean, you know, with
It's almost
I'm
over.
black and I'm proud. We got to learn to be proud of kinks. Because most of your family of other black people on the earth, jet black. They didn't have no broad nose and thick lips and kinky hair. They were dark-skinned people, jet black. But they had straight hair, a thinner lip, a thinner nose. But we are marked as a different kind of black person. And we were rejected and despised, not only from the circle of the gods, but we were despised and rejected by all the other dark people of the earth. This is why today black people with kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips are rejected in every society. I want you to hear me well tonight. Yes, sir.
So
Why are we rejected? Because
Where did he say curse?
beauty.
So it sound like to me like he's
Where did he say cursed?
what?
Where did he say we was cursed?
Again, if I quote unquote, I'm not sitting up here quoting anybody, but it sounds like he's first of all, he's saying nappy hair is a curse.
You are lying. Where did he say that?
I just played the video, Cam.
He said it was a curse.
Yes.
That you just bold-faced lie right quick.
Man, ain't nobody lying, bro.
What is a curse?
See, that's what I'm saying.
You used the word. You said curse.
Words, like
He didn't never say the word curse.
bad, something that you want me to define. This
Absolutely.
basic stuff?
If you're making a negative, evil accusation,
Basically, it's a curse. Well, I play this on words for a reason, right? So I don't get into the mud, and I'm not trying to get into the mud, Cam. For the record, I actually respect you. I like you, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to make that clear. But to me, it sounds like he's attacking black folks and trying to shame them just because you got nappy hair. and thick lips. You heard what he said. He
Mhm.
said that was a curse.
He did not say that was a curse. You are lying.
Okay, tell me what you took away then from it.
What word did he use? He just gave you the history. So did you go back into the actual context of that conversation of what he was talking about?
That's
Or
what
you
I'm
only
asking
hold
you.
on, don't cut me off. Or did you only just listen to that clip? Did you hear that whole lecture?
No,
Yes or no?
no.
Are you familiar with the teachings of the Nation of Islam on the tribe of Shabaz? Yes or
No,
no?
no.
And you're going to jump out here on public and say that he said that that was a curse.
I played his own words.
He said a curse?
I played his own words.
Did he say a curse?
Yes.
You straight lie. I'm glad you on here. So this is the story for those that, you know.
It was 2 minutes. It was
Hold on,
2 minutes.
I'm talking now because you already lying. So you may as well stay there and listen to the actual story.
And
You're gonna say there,
how
you're gonna say to the story. You don't know the teaching. You're gonna let me tell it or what?
Yeah, that's why I punched it
Why you
up.
talking then while I'm talking? You already said your piece.
Don't try to paint me as a liar.
You are a liar.
It's because I might have got one word wrong, and I'm not sitting up here trying to quote somebody, Cam. Come on, man, stop that.
What do you mean? You came up here publicly accusing somebody of evil, saying that we curse or we said you a curse. That one word is enough, ain't it?
Doing too much.
I'm doing too much.
I'm playing his words. You started defending it.
Did he say curse?
Man, do you want me to play the video again?
Do you want to be quiet and let me explain it?
I ain't got no problem with that. It's your platform, and I got respect for you. You know what I'm saying,
bro? You keep talking.
You ask me a question, bro. I'll be quiet.
So I asked you, did you watch the video? Did you watch the context? Do you know the teachings? Are you familiar with the tribe of Shabaz? You said no to all of that. All you did was got a little clip of something that you said he said was a curse, which is absolute fact. Our women ain't doing nothing but hating their own hair, their own face, their own skin tone.
So then we agree.
Stop. All right, bro, you out. So I'll finish without the interruption, right? I'm glad he brought that up, though. So that's about the science and the history of the tribe of Shabaz, the strongest tribe of all the tribes, the 12 tribes. Actually, this one is even considered the 13th tribe, the holy tribe, because it got lost. This one tribe called the tribe of Shabaz, which turned out to be the so-called African Negroid features that everybody despises and rejects, is because they were such an independent, righteously rebellious tribe of pioneers, meaning of innovators, that they wanted to make a stronger people. Shabaz, who was the chief 50,000 years ago, wanted to make us into a stronger, indestructible people that can conquer all of the hostile parts of our planet, that can conquer the hot sun in Africa and the wild animals and the climate and the foods and all of that. So we wouldn't be subject to the animals or to the climate or whatever. We would physically be able to master that part of our planet, the most wild, rough, hot part of our planet. So him being a God scientist, they offered him, the position to be in the circle of the top 12 of the 20 and 4 elders, but he declined that because he wanted to make this new man out of us as soon as possible. But the other 12 majors in the God circle didn't agree with him. They didn't get back and agree with him in the time that he wanted them to. So he got tired of waiting, and he said, I'm gonna take my family and myself, and we're gonna go prove to you, to the other gods in the circle, that we can make this man and improve our people, our God circle, because this form right here is still constantly being improved on and created and grown and perfected. So he said, okay, I'm gonna go do this myself and embark on this myself. He took him and his family into the jungles of East Asia, as they call it now, Africa, and implemented same way that Yaqub did with his family and his people, and put them through a genetic operation on the human being, on the genetics of our human being. These are scientists. These are God scientists of self. So he did that with his own family, and this is 50,000 years ago. But going out away from the circle of the gods who rewrite our history every 25,000 years in advance, he got lost. His people got lost 2 God cycles behind. So we started living, a jungle life. We wasn't wild animals and savages. We had conquered the jungle. We knew how to speak the language of those animals and those trees and those herbs and everything that was in the jungles. But we had lost the current knowledge, the up-to-date knowledge of the God's cycle. So that rebellion scarred us with an ignorance. So then we start being in the jungle, putting rings around our neck and, what you call that, disfiguring ourselves. We started disfiguring ourselves. It wasn't that we was animals. We was righteous, but we started scarring ourselves. And our rebellion scarred us with an ugliness. The ugliness ain't necessarily kinky hair or wide nose. The ugliness is our being so far behind in the holy, wise, up-to-date God evolution knowledge and science that nobody wanted us. And they wasn't obligated to come get us because they ain't the ones sent us out there. They ain't the ones that sent Shabaz out there. So they wasn't obligated to come get him and bring him up to speed or bring his people up to speed. But he did fulfill what he set out to fulfill and made us the strongest people, most indestructible people in history of this planet. And that's why the devils saw our value and saw that we was indestructible and used us for slaves, because they saw that we was 2 God cycles, 50,000 years behind in the knowledge of prophecy, that we didn't know that there was this new man called the Adamic race that had been made. So they was easily can take this most indestructible people and use them as their tools and slaves to help take over the world and make them the richest, strongest people on the planet. So that is the story. You know what I'm saying? But you're a liar. You lied and said that he said it's a curse and kinky head is a curse and all that. No, that's the blessing. That's the indestructible people that we made ourselves into, especially this tribe of Shabaz. But our own people being ignorant and lost and dead to the knowledge of our history and ourself, we still want our straight hair back. We still want to look like the rest of our straight hair tribe. So we hate how we look. We cursed ourselves with our rebellion. We're suffering self-hatred. It's me, bruh. Peace.
What up, Cam?
Man, what's going on? What's your thoughts, bro?
Brother, I actually agree with you. No debating. A lot of people don't even know about the 13 tribes. They don't know about nothing. And dude called it their misunderstanding the big homie. That's what I call him. Because I'm Christian. It's all love. He just didn't understand. He basically getting into colorism. Right. And not even understanding that, these African people sold us, homie.
Yeah, some did, some didn't. You know what I'm saying? We taught that the trader, the white slave master trader, made an interpretation to our African chiefs. They lied to them. Mm-hmm. And they made an interpretation that our tribesmen would receive more gold in this new world if these tribe chiefs would sell them, just like, sell them to them, it meant as workers. Is like LeBron or Kobe or something. You got some top engineers, some top architects, some top builders or whatever. So the slave master said, we'll give you this much in gold if you let you let us have your countrymen and they come help us build this new world. It had nothing to do with a knowledge of terrorism and torture and all of that. We would have never let our people go over there.
They didn't know what was going on.
We got on the boats You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no cell phones and no Wi-Fi. Like, you know, once you got on them boats, that's your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on them boats.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it, big homie. I just wanted to say I agree with you on that. And I want you to actually touch on something, if you don't mind, one day or tonight.
What's your thought?
Why did they take the 13 books out the Bible?
They took more than that. But yeah, that's a good question. And they left it with 66 books. What a number, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. A little something different right there. One love.
One love.
Cam, what's
Bobby
up?
Yay, you made it.
What's the deal?
What's up?
Oh man, super cool like a deep freezer. Yeah, about yesterday. Hey, no, about yesterday, man. When I said in regards to that statement that you have made, it was fallacious and misleading to the people because you have made the statement. Correct me if I'm wrong. That Moses, as well as Yaqub, who a lot of people, know as Jacob, were Masons. Correct?
No, I said they taught them the science. They wasn't Masons. They taught them the science.
Okay, they taught the science to
that race. And we got to be careful about, how I describe it because this ain't my channel.
Yes, sir.
But Yaqub is the original architect. He's the genetic engineer of them originally, right?
Righteous.
So as soon as they was made, he never personally lived to see the final product because it took 600 years to get to them, to graft it before they finally produced the first group of them.
Okay.
But he already set his laws or whatever, he had them laid out so when they do get produced, you know what I'm saying, that the laws was already in place on what to teach them.
Right.
And he already taught them. I mean, he already came up with a science called tricknology.
Okay.
A science of tricks and lies and how to rob, steal, delete, and master the original people through
righteous. And that was the order, right? The I don't know if I can say it, if I can just be blunt, but that was the Masonic order, right?
Yeah.
Now, is the Masonic order similar to the order of Melchizedek that Jesus came under, or is that two different things? Because it's
totally different. That's two totally different things.
Okay.
But they pattern, like Satan don't originate nothing. They didn't create nothing. They don't have no original thought, no original idea. So Satan have to pattern everything they do off of the righteous, off of us.
Righteous.
So if it was already an original order, secret fraternal order of righteousness under the order of Melchizedek, then they got to do one of wickedness. Patterned after that. You know what I'm saying?
Righteous.
That's the only way they can succeed. They have to pattern their thing off of us.
Righteous.
You know
so most definitely, my amazing brother, I stand corrected. I thought, forgive me, I thought that I heard you say that that Moses as well as Yaqub were Masons. You feel what I'm saying? Because if they were Masons, that means that the Masonic order predates Islam, because we were given Islam by Muhammad. Correct? That's peace be upon him. That's the one who provided us with the the teachings of Islam.
Not with Islam.
Okay.
Muhammad was the one that provided us with the Quran.
Okay.
The Quran tells you that the religion of Allah in the beginning is Islam. It says that we follow the religion of Abraham, the upright one. Don't say we would follow the religion of Muhammad.
Okay.
The Quran says we follow the religion of Abraham.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Abraham was a Muslim. Muslim just means one who submits their will
to the will of Allah.
God.
Righteous.
So yeah, so Freemasonry was taught by Yaqub and then retaught by Moses, because they went into the caves and lost 2,000 years of their time, and Moses had to be sent to raise them out of that condition and reteach them some of that secret, tricknology, so they can be successful in going on and fulfilling their purpose of conquering the world with wickedness.
So it was Moses that gave them the knowledge that they utilized to come back into the land, infiltrate, and then basically conquer us. Because, certain brothers that I was studying with, they were saying that it was actually the Moors that went back to the Caucasus Mountains and taught them about civilization and how to wash themselves and how to communicate so that they can come back to the land after being grafted by Yaqub, to come back to the land to create, basically controversy, conflict, and pretty much overthrow the indigenous people of the land.
There's some truth to that. So the Moors and Moses was on the same team. Musa and them, that's the same team.
Okay, it makes sense now. Yeah,
right?
That's heavy. Right.
And it was two classes. It was two groups of Caucasians. It's one group that went into the caves. We rounded up all that we could find.
Right.
But we didn't find them all. Some of them are people hid and they never went into the caves.
Right.
So they kept the the unadulterated, uncut technology from the beginning.
Righteous.
So then you got two parties right now. You got the Pope and the Vatican, and you got the Ashkenazi, Zionists or whatever. But
righteous.
Dragon, the most wise of them all, is the ones that never went into the cave, and that represents the Pope and the Vatican.
That's heavy. I ain't know that. And I appreciate that. Appreciate that 100. Hey, my good brother, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I hope we can do it again.
Man,
watch up. I'm from
VIP.
Imperial Course, man. I'm from out the PJs, man.
Man, come on now. Come on. Come on.
What love,
All
baby.
love.
We gonna have to do this again, man. You feel me? God bless you, man. I respect how you and Spider reconciled that situation, man. That was phenomenal. And I hope that can be the kind of like the prototype or that set of precedent so other brothers can come and cordially end their disputes and whatnot. But stay up. God bless you, man. And much love, Kim folks.
Much love. Salute, God, bro. Bobby Ye, love you, bro.
Love you too. Gone.
Peace. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That Bobby Ye hit me with that's some wise, I didn't expect that. That's some wise questions right there. Some wise questions. And salute to I think that was Donnie or who that was just with. Even though you was lying, brother, you know what I'm saying, of Farrakhan, that should be a lesson, man. You just can't be reckless and irresponsible with your words, especially in public and especially against, institution or brotherhood or army or whatever that don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take it personal, but we have to really caution you, because it's a price to pay for that. It's not a price like we gonna do something to you, but the universe, the laws of justice will chastise us for slander, especially slander against the Messiah. If we slandering against the Holy Spirit, that's a crime that's not forgivable. In other words, you have to suffer whatever punishment warrants that. That's not going to be forgiven. It don't mean that some human beings is going, we're going to do something to you, but there's forces at play, forces of truth and forces of justice and righteousness that your atoms and molecules are held together by. Now, and if you speaking against the wrong and thinking and acting against, a righteous divine people or person, especially that person, then you would be cursing your own makeup. You would be cursing yourself. And I promise you that will happen. You know what I'm saying? So I will caution any of y'all, just because you think you can, and I give you the lane and I allow you to talk and say whatever you think or whatever you feel or whatever you believe, and you hop on here and jump off the porch with some evil accusations against a righteous man or a righteous woman, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that. The laws of the universe will chastise you, not me or no member of the Nation of Islam. You'll find sickness pop on you, or you'll find some calamity or some accident happen to you or something like that. I'm telling you, this is how it goes. And you're going to remember that, oh, he said that. So I don't want to see that happen to you. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. Jesus saves. Hop on here with me. Hop on here with me. I invite you or challenge you or, whatever with respect, with calmness. You know what I'm saying? Jesus saves. Let me see what you look like. Everybody is kind of tapping in, showing their face. You know what I'm saying? Come on, jump on the wave. Show that Jesus courage. Show that Jesus courage. Hop on this live with me. Everybody's getting on the live. We ain't typing. Hop on the live. Yahuda says you got to connect your mic and your camera before you can be added to the stream. Mr. Jabbar, I see you. Or Jabber, I don't know how you prefer it pronounced. Always a pleasure. I see you. Sharon Bean or Sharon or Sharon, what's up? Caliber X for Andrew Atai. There you go, Yahuda. Well, yeah, Yahuda, peace. Yahuda.
Shalom. Can you hear me?
Salam, yeah, I can't see you though. I hear you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get that set up, man. I'm gonna get that right. That ain't no thing. I think sometimes our people put too much emphasis on that.
On
You know
what?
what I'm saying?
On what?
On sin.
On
This
seeing?
walk, this walk is about faith. You know what I'm saying? This walk is about faith.
Why do you have eyeballs?
And
Why do we have eyes?
so we can see, but at the same time, our people walking blind, they have eyes, man. They have full, not necessarily for 2020, man, but they can see, but they don't necessarily see. You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you
I mean,
not want to be seen on this live?
I'm just not really set up for that right now. I don't have the ring lights like you got the lights, man. You know what I'm saying? You got
You
the
don't
tight
need
T
no ring,
on.
right? The same way that you be
I
on
mean,
FaceTime.
I think it's more about hearing the Most High's voice. We don't necessarily see the Most High, and the Scripture tells us, "How can you love your brother if you don't even love the Most High, who you never seen?" Like
The scriptures say that Moses talked to him face to face. What you mean?
Oh yeah, well that's Moshe, but not everybody of Israel. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Why
like
not?
because you have to, it's faith, man. It's faith,
Well,
and
it's
so
not faith if he said that we are all gods and he flesh
we
and
are
blood like we
guys.
are.
We are guys. We are guys, man.
So
But
I'm saying, so why can't we see you and why can't we see him? We see our God, the God that we claim. We see him.
I mean, because I don't have my camera hooked up, man. But I will one day. I will one day for you. I'm just trying to save your girl, man, because I don't want your girl to be perplexed and be like, God damn, who this thing? I'm just trying to keep it, you know what
You
I'm
said my
saying?
girl.
Your woman, you understand or whatever.
You said you trying to save my girl so she don't like you when she see you.
No, not that, man. I'm just
What,
trying
what
to
did
make
you What did
sure
you
that
just
the
mean by it?
message, because, like, look at you, man. I mean, you look like a son of Yehuda. You look like Judah. And my message ain't about how you look. And I heard you talking to a brother earlier, man, telling him to stand up, man, saying he look like Larry Holmes, bro, and all this, bro.
Right,
Man,
because he said
I mean,
he said what he had was better than what I had, right? He said that I didn't
right,
understand, right?
right. But
So
I never came at you like that.
hold on. So was
All
I
right.
responding to him or did I aggress on him?
I mean, you came with what you had. I
No,
respect
you didn't
that.
answer my question. Did I aggress? Did I say that out of nowhere or was I responding to an insult of his?
You were responding.
All right. So anyway, let's get back to what you want to talk about. I'm about to be quiet. What's on your mind?
I want to talk about us being, the true people of the Most High. The sons of Yah, the sons of our King Yahweh. Praise His name. And I drop nuggets in the chat. You know what I'm saying. And I try to find parallels that will connect us as a people. So I don't really try to disrespect philosophies or ideologies. You know what I'm saying? My purpose is to bring Zion together. And if you look at what the word Zion means, it is the highest place, and we're that place. You know what I'm saying? So,
You're a Hebrew Israelite?
man, man, I'm a son of Abraham. Isaac.
I mean, what organization are you a part of? What leader do you study under? What?
Yeshua, man, Yeshua.
So you're not a part. You're not.
Melchizedek, man. Yeshua is Melchizedek.
So where is Melchizedek? Do you talk to Melchizedek?
I mean, the scriptures, the text, the holy text.
Where's the man?
Say what?
Where is the man? Not the book. Where's the man?
I'm the man. We the man. You're supposed to be the man. I mean,
you're Melchizedek and Yeshua.
Who are you, brother?
No, I'm asking you. You the one saying that. Come on, bro.
I mean, stay with me, man.
I'm not gonna tolerate that. Like, if you can't answer what you claim, then we don't need to be talking.
I just did.
I asked you a specific question, and you asked me a question.
Okay, just repeat the question, if you don't mind.
Are you Melchizedek?
I'm a part of them for sure.
So your leader, do you have brotherhood that believe or practice the same thing you practice, that you meet up with, that you fellowship with?
That's why I'm here, man.
Huh?
That's why I'm here.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You asked me if I had brethren who I meet up with.
I'm talking about that believes what you believe.
That's why I'm here. I believe you believe. I believe you believe you. I believe you believe what I believe. I just think that sometimes you may miscommunicate.
Who is your Moses and Aaron?
Because I mean, who's my Moses and Aaron?
If we're the fulfillment of 400-year children of Israel, so-called, slaves, whatever.
Yeah.
Who is the Moses and Aaron that woke us up and leads us in the Exodus?
Man, that's a complicated question, because like when we wake up, we become that. You understand what I'm saying?
No, like that's absolutely false. It don't say that.
I mean, why is that?
It don't
say that. Because our Messiah said that we would do greater things than he did.
No, we're talking about a specific story in the Bible. We're talking about
you're talking about Moses and Aaron, right?
We're talking about the specific children of Israel that was led by Moses and Aaron, two clear, identifiable men.
Right.
Who are the two identifiable men that are the Moses and Aaron for you?
Well, man, I have to be honest. Like, I came up Christian, right? You know what I'm saying? And like in the late 90s, I watched that Malcolm X movie, you know what I'm saying, by Spike Lee. I learned a lot from the Nation of Islam. And man, I watched that movie religiously. And I don't believe in religion per se. However, I look to the teachers and our leaders and our pioneers.
The nation didn't have nothing to do with that movie, right?
I don't know.
I have to let you go, brother. Anybody else want to hop on here with me real quick? So, this is educational because it's giving you a basic general look at the mental, at the mental of the people that disagree with me. So I don't think I'm asking outlandish or unreasonable questions that's hard to answer. And then once like the brother that played me the Minister Farrakhan thing, he just took a small little clip, you know what I'm saying, and then lied and said he said something was a curse, when in fact that whole process of making us the most indestructible people was the stars and the bars, you know what I'm saying, that make us the glorious chosen people of God, the diamond of humanity that we are. But you see their grade level. You see the grade level of information, the grade level of maturity, the grade level of respect or disrespect, consideration or inconsideration. So at least, I'm letting you see I don't reach out for them. These is the grade level of people that's getting at me. I'm not reaching for the lanes or reaching for the, the Pop Warner grade levels. Whoever they are, they getting at me. I can't control who it is. I don't know who you are. I don't know who they are. I don't know what grade level they on. I don't know nothing. I'm just accepting it and listening and letting y'all see it as I'm seeing it. Right? There's the link. I've seen a couple of people that came in, and I know I was taking too long because I be trying to be respectful and let my brothers get theirs off. But then y'all don't feel like waiting, and then y'all probably thinking I'm disrespecting y'all because I'm not pulling y'all on. But I can't do more than one at a time because that's like Clubhouse, and I can't do that. Lewis. Peace, Lewis. You there, Lewis?
Yeah, shalom, man. I'm back, bro. Yehuda, Lewis.
Oh,
It's the
Lewis?
same name. Same name.
Okay.
You saw what I posted a couple of days ago, a few days ago, about looking up the name of Elijah, Malcolm El Shabazz, and Louis Farrakhan, right? So, man, that would blow your mind. It would blow your mind, bro.
What would blow our minds?
If you look up what their names mean collectively, because the things we're fighting over today for the throne. I mean, we ought to, man, like, if we accept our King and our Messiah as the way, the truth, and the life, we'll see that we're the way, the truth, and the life.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Anybody want to get on here with me? I got a StreamYard link, Digital Soapbox Network. So I want y'all to understand that this can be draining. You know what I'm saying? Having patience and respect and courteousness can be draining. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing my eyes get a little red and my eyelids kind of drooping because I want to hear from y'all. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to insult y'all's intelligence. I don't want y'all to think that this is some, little, what's dude's name? One of them little talk shows, where they fighting each other on stage. And, you know what I'm saying? I want you to really respect this. Jesus Saves. Did you ever get on here? I'm not sure. Did you ever get on here with me, Jesus Saves? Did I kick you off? Because it seemed like, you're a little agitated. It seemed like the demons might be screaming a little bit. Seen driving home, EU. Donnie Williams. Thank you, Donnie Williams. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I hope I answered that false accusation well enough. Should give salute. Excuse me. Yeah, Jerry Springer. That's it. Oh, man, you already see. I can't even remember the names. I'm so trying to recharge my battery, trying to get my energy back up right. Sharon Bean, Malcolm is my grandfather. Malcolm is my grandfather. Salute. Okay. Yep. AK Values, he's big mad. Malcolm hidden in plain sight. I don't understand what you mean by that. And I'm not going to be understanding majority of the comments. That's why I'm not trying to even read them. I'll just show them on the screen because I'm actually here to go live and have a conversation. But I'm hoping the conversations are sober conversations. I'm hoping that they are, intelligent. I hope they're reasonable and logical and based on provable reality, based on facts, not slanders and accusations and feelings and that's not gonna get us nowhere. Loretta Ann Michael, the white lady, is my grandmother. Oh, y'all talking to each other? People have mistaken watching movies / documentaries for reading and researching and build their lives around film. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Have you ever heard of Percival Clark? And he is Farrakhan's father. I've heard something about that, but it's not verified. I heard a lot. I've heard a lot, seen a lot. Yeah, that's why we say Donnie, that's why we say we believe, we're believers. And if you follow me, especially for the last few posts, I'm clearly saying that I'm a believer. I'm clearly saying that that's why we call ourselves believers, because anything regarding Yaqub and all of that, we wasn't there. Anything that you claim is fact because you researched it, that's not fact. You wasn't there. You relying on some source of research that might be true and might not be true. All of it is based on belief if we can't produce evidence and facts and receipts. Mr. Jabbar, I don't know.
It's Jabbar.
Okay, Jabbar. Salute, Jabbar.
Yeah, my mom's favorite player was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, so that's my middle name. Yeah. Peace, brother, you know what I'm saying? Been a big fan for a long time, you know, still bumping that Never Again album front to back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just had one question for you, and I'm gonna jump off and let you handle your business. What is the nation's relationship with the Arabic Muslims, or those Middle Eastern Muslims? And I'll fall back. You can answer that. I just wanted to show my face. You see me from the time to time. You know who I am.
It's all up. I already know before I see you that I already know that you standing on the right business. But
yes, sir.
Can you be a little more specific? You said, what is the relationship between the nation and them in terms
of, as far as do you guys? I'm sure there's no beef, but do you guys ever work together with the Middle Eastern Muslims? Are you guys cordial, or what's your relationship as far as what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, but more so the Black Orthodox Muslims. So Muslims in the Black world, in Africa and the Middle East, the original Arabs, the original Hebrews, the original, you know what I'm saying? So if right after the 1995 Million Man March, Minister Farrakhan and the delegation from the Nation of Islam went on a whole world friendship tour all over Africa.
Right.
Met and conferred with the kings and the presidents and the rulers of all of the African countries, most of which are Muslim. So most African countries are Muslim countries.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's funny, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm hearing the Hebrew brothers speak. And my opinion, the NOI, FOI, and the Israelite, I think we're one and the same. It might be a few little different ideologies, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, we the same people. Would you agree or disagree for the most part?
Absolutely, but it's not the NOI that's rejecting them. They rejected us. We don't talk bad about them.
No, y'all always respectful, always disciplined. So I really respect that.
But we don't get the same love.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they like we right, you wrong. We don't want to hear nothing. And the brother, because I've heard a lot of Hebrew brothers on business, knowing the scriptures, could get on here and you say something, no, boom, come right back at you. The brothers that's doing that right now on here is kind of embarrassing, man. I don't want to diss the brothers, but that's just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they dissing themselves because I'm not initiating it. They seeing me as a target and they coming with that against me. And I'm calling for their teachers. Like whenever I talk to them, like none of them got no teacher. You don't have no elder, no chain of command, somebody that knows more than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's who I want to talk to because you can't handle me.
Well, a lot of them brothers, they're really separated because I be watching the videos. They all in disarray with each other. So how can they come on here trying to tell you something? The nation moves as one, as far as I see. And the brothers, no disrespect, they kind of separated and split. You know what I'm saying? Talking bad about one another. That stuff you would talk to your brother, call them and say, hey man, wooty wooty woo. But I wouldn't put that online and showing the separation of the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and really, what like I said, we don't reject them. Our arms been open. We can show the receipts and the dates of how long we've been saying that we the children of Israel and we the real Hebrews.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We got all of the receipts, all of the dates.
Yeah, I always hear Brother Fair. I've heard Brother Farrakhan say that. Elijah, I've heard them say that way back, man. So the confusion with the other brothers, I think people just being willfully ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Just to, I don't know. People are weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like I said, as long as it's it's respectful, we don't have to agree on everything, but some things we do agree on, and I'd rather just focus on that. But most of what we hearing, we living in a beef, messy, type of environment that's what we attracted to. So in the nation, we not about that's one of the reasons why Malcolm and Khaled got suspended or verbally silenced for a certain amount of days, because we going out there verbally disrespecting, derogatory style, and which is not the spirit of Islam. That's not the spirit of intelligent, respectful discourse or dialogue or debate. There's no need to name call. There's no need to so-called insult or whatever. But if somebody is getting at you like that, somebody publicly gets at you like that, then you can clap back, but you're not supposed to make your whole image about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. What was your relationship with Brother Khaled, man? Because I used to love listening to that brother.
Solid. We both from LA, and that's part of how Q got his relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? So
I could listen to Brother Khaled all day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're saying you shouldn't be aggressive and whatnot like that. But during those times, do you think that would kind of justify when brothers get fed up and they're just like, you know what, to hell with this devil or to hell with this and that or third? What do you think about as far as the times they were coming up in the environment of what was going on with us? What you think about that? As far as how they came across kind of being a little aggressive, you know what I mean?
Well, they was responding to the slave master. So if they getting that Martin Luther King or these movements that's trying to lull our people into getting beat upside their head and get dog sicked on them and all of that, then we have to be aggressive because you're leading our people into the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get more aggressive when it comes to that. But if it's just talk, then okay, y'all do your thing. You want to vote, you think voting or you think marching and all that is going to get you what you need. Okay, let nature take its course, and you'll see that ain't the way. But in the meantime, we're going to be over here showing you our progress and how we not getting hit upside our head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk. Real Hey, it's funny you say that, man. I don't want to dog my brother Martin, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, bruh, enough will be enough. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes you just gotta do your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I had another. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying real quick. That's what Malcolm and Khaled. Hell, I'd be pleased with both of them. That was their problem, is that they went to the extreme. Meaning, once you have a little justification for retaliation, now you want to make that the
focus, the main
focus, the main thing instead of the exception to the rule. Now you want your whole thing to be about armed resistance, and you want to arm your followers, and you want to carry this and be Black Panther, or Malcolm wanted to go retaliate, against the police for shooting, some of the brothers or whatever, and Elijah Muhammad knew better than that. Like, no, you don't fight these demons with their weapons. They'll tear you up.
Yeah, gotta be strategic. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that was on my mind, well, first of all, you brought up voting, so let's talk about voting. Me, myself, personally, I don't think we vote none of these people into their offices or whatever. I think personally they have these people signed up from generations to generations on. I think it's just the illusion of inclusion for this voting thing to make the American people think that they're doing anything. They say, okay, well, your ancestors died to vote and blah blah blah. What did that do for us?
Right. Look at Cho Boy said Martin actually changed laws. Malcolm never changed the law. Why, if that's true, why did Martin say, I fear in the last days of his life that I have integrated my people into a burning
house. Yeah.
Right? The American dream that I thought turned out to be an American nightmare. So now he's convicted. He's remorseful because he misled his people into believing in what you just typed, Cho boy.
He probably thought, or Martin probably thought, maybe in his mind he was doing the right thing, being non-violent, because they do outnumber us as far as their militaries and blah 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 blah. But I think Martin, in the end, they kind of had the same. They wanted the same result, but this kind of went both ways. Now that damn NAACP can get flushed down the toilet. I thought that a long time ago, because we already know who started that and who they're in cahoots with. You can't. I mean, he said Martin changed law. Is he referring to the civil rights stuff and whatnot?
He said, but what I said was a fact. So what laws? Hop on here, Cho boy, if you don't mind. What laws did Martin Luther King change or whatever that benefited us today? That benefits us.
And Martin loved on white folks, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but as a collective, man, I can't trust the enemy, man. You know, I'm gonna feed you with a long handle spoon, and anything you do at me, I'm looking at your side. My one eye looking straight, my other eye looking at you. Man. So you know, take my wallet out of my back pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. So, but yeah, man, like I said, you VIP with me, bro. Anytime you see me on here, I just hit 2 hours, so I'm gonna get off here in a second. So,
all right, yeah, I just want to show my face, you know, so when you see Mr. Jabbar, you know, okay, I know who the brother is. You know what I'm saying?
I already know before I seen
you. All right, fam, have a good one. Peace now.
All right, big bro, peace. What's his name? Cho boy. Want to hop on here with me real quick, Cho boy? Let's talk about what laws Dr. Martin Luther King, rest in peace, changed for us. I would love to hear what laws have helped us out that he got changed for us. Voting Rights Act. Whoa, okay, the voting rights. So that has helped us, right? The voting rights has helped us. Anybody agree with that? Anybody disagree? Do we agree or disagree? Hit the thumbs up if you agree that the Voting Rights Act has improved the life of the descendants of slaves of America. Thumbs up if you believe so. Thumbs down if you don't. And matter of fact, if you don't mind, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just in GP, we got a few people in here. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Say hell no. We got the first answer. Mr. Jabbar said that. R double said no, it did not. Cho boy. Eric Swan, salute Eric, said not when you vote Democrat for 75 years. Civil Rights Act of 1964, if you know how to use it to your benefit. Jesus saved, weren't you supposed to get on the live with me? Lance Carter, hell to the no. Dominique Henderson, hell to the no. AK Values, how the heck have they helped us? Jamila with the big thumbs down. I disagree. We would been much better off had we separated right after slavery. For my grip, nope, we ain't even citizens here. Cho boy, that's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Cho boy team. Use of our line. Thumbs down. Voting Rights Act did nothing. It in whatever us more. Not looking good for the Cho boy team. Dave-O, salute. My young G. Dave-O said the Civil Rights Act only benefits illegal immigrants, the rainbows, the non-B, and those other women because they classified as a minority in the 60s. Ahmad Jabril, voting rights Hell to the no. Elmatic, voting got us the crime bill. So hell to the no. Pure 11, heck no. Right. Daryl Roberts says, part 8, we must be very careful about speaking of the good brothers and sisters who sacrificed their lives to make a difference. Who said that we should have sacrificed our life for the right to vote? Who came up with that? Whose memo was that? That's the thing that we're supposed to sacrifice our life for the right to vote for our former slave masters, especially if we claim to be Christians. If we claim to be Christians, like our brother, God be pleased with him, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he knew the Bible said separate in Exodus. He knew the Bible said we're not supposed to vote into or integrate or try to become one or friends or partners with the Pharaoh and the Egyptians. He knew that. That's why at the end of his life, after he met with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they got rid of him, right? He was one of the number ones on J. Edgar Hoover's list, remember? But they didn't touch him until after he met with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Is that a coincidence? Right? So let's just deal with the facts. Hey man, I'm just going through the. When we had segregation, we had our stuff together. Hey man. Sacrifice their lives to make a difference for who? Who did they make a difference for? Sacrifice their life for what? What was Martin Luther King's last speeches about? What is the speeches that got him deleted? He had to backtrack. He had to retract his whole past movement. And then he started talking about the real enemy, the one over there that Candace Owens and Kanye and all of them is trying to expose now. After he met with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So what are you talking about? Sacrifice your life for what? For what? Yeah, man. So all you see the comments for you and I. You want to hop on here with me, Daryl Roberts? Let's hop. I'm gonna send you this link, Daryl Roberts, or anybody else that disagrees and that thinks that that was the way, that was the truth and the light and the way. Dave O, you already know. Malcolm was X'd out as soon as he started talking about reparations and started the poor people's. Not Malcolm, excuse me. Martin Luther King was X'd out as soon as he started talking about reparations, absolutely, and the Poor People's Campaign. We're coming to get our check from who? From the slumlords. Who did he say the slumlords were, and the predatory lenders and the people that had us in a stranglehold? Is it the same people that Kanye and Candace Owens and Kyrie Irving and Nick Cannon and all them had a problem with? I wonder how many of us have studied into that since we bringing up Martin Luther King. So I've been to the mountain too, right? Yeah. I ain't got to say it. This is why I love this brotherhood and sisterhood right here, because we don't know each other. And don't insult them and talk about this an echo chamber like they groupies and shit. I'm their groupies. I'm groupies of the 175 people that's on here. I'm they groupies. So anybody that's going to be talking about it's an echo chamber or it's groupies or whatever. This ain't where you belong. You couldn't handle me, like, you know what I'm saying, with facts and truth. So it's not about being that. It's why everybody can't be right. Why can't we be aligned and actually correct in agreement with this? Just because you might not agree. Why is that? Especially if I can lay it out. Like I said, I'm like a Johnny Cochran. So Malcolm, salute. You know, rest in peace, Malcolm. Rest in peace, Martin. I'm older than they was able to become. You know, we take people for granted when they still here. You know, we immortalize the dead, right? Tupac, he died, I think, at 25, 26 or something like that. We still quoting him like he Christ because he died, right? But people that are wiser than him, that even taught him and influenced him, that's still alive, that's in your midst and making themselves available to you right now, you act like you're wiser than them. You act like and accuse them of being evil and wrong and misleading people. It's just incredible. It's incredible to witness. It's incredible to witness. You know, I'm a key player in this whole Hollywood illusion or this whole media influencing of millions of people. I know how it works. I know how the artists and the whatever that and the entertainers that you are influenced by, I know how they're influenced because I'm one of their main influencers. I'm one of their main teachers by Allah's permission. So I just sit back and just like, wow, they have no clue. They have no clue. They have no clue. They actually think if you make it to the big screen or you make it to the radio in front of a mic and all of that, then you official. That means that you're the brains behind the operation. You're successful. It's incredible to watch. The whole magic show, the whole pharaoh magician magic show deception that deceiveth the whole world. It's incredible. It's brilliant. It's wickedly, diabolically brilliant. And y'all have no clue. No clue. You have not lived like we have lived. You have not seen and done what we have done. But those of us, well, I don't even know nobody else but me that's going to make themselves available to you like this, to where you can actually challenge me and insult me and lie on us and all of that. I don't even know nobody that's willing to do what I do. Not from my rank, not from this rank. I'll come all the way down to the street level to where you think we on the same grade level. I don't really see people that's standing on business like that, that's willing to run fades from whoever, not to get paid for it. Run fades for the sake of fades. Run fades for the sake of truth. Just run fades for the sake of exercise and staying in the gym and staying sharp. Because you really love this. You know what I'm saying? Some people box or whatever just because they love boxing. Some people hoop just because they love hooping. Right? You blessed to have one of them brothers right now on the live that do this because he just loves doing it. I don't have no money motivation because I ain't never made no money in this. I ain't never made no money in this. So I must be doing it for some other reason. I don't work for the devils. You know what I'm saying? They definitely ain't supporting me and paying me and rewarding me. So why am I doing it? Man, I'm trying to scroll. Yeah, we already established certain things, you know. And when our ego is scorched a little bit, especially publicly, if you know, it's a lesson to be learned. And it might not be learned tonight. You know, it's going to be taught tonight, but you might not learn it tonight. You'll learn it over time. We'll learn it over time. You know, it's all good. And that's the incredible part, because me personally, I'm looking at the comment. I don't have a rap career. I have a messenger career. I have a witness career. I have a warner career. I have an informer and an enlightener career. So the fact that you're over here and I'm not over there means my career is pretty successful or effective, because you're over here interacting with it. You're over here interacting because of it, right? So it must have been successful. It must still be successful. Right? It's like the Million Man March, right? It happened, it affected us, it infected us righteously, and you can't get it out of your system. I'm a part of your DNA. I'm a part of your children's DNA by God's permission, a righteous part. So I'm already immortal, in rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you realize that or not, but I'm not doing this for that. I'm not interested in the accolades of fans. I'm trying to be well pleasing to the God that I have to return to. I want to be well pleasing, fulfilling my purpose, for being alive, for breathing oxygen. Rap career. What about my life career? What about my life's purpose? You know what I mean? You're gonna reduce me to a rap career? Incredible. Davo, what happened to that song that you did called No Love? I don't even remember. I don't even remember doing a song called No Love. Bless your hearts. Somebody hurt. The interesting thing is, and that's what I studied, because I'm not really a YouTube guy or like that, a YouTuber. So to look at certain comments, and just, it's incredible that this is entertaining, because you hear, like, if it was really, I see Power Play for Real, Cam, stop with the rambling, my guy. You're watching it and you commenting on the rambling, and each interaction, I don't want to sound crazy because I'm not doing it for that, but each interaction, each engagement pays me, is paying me, right? So if I'm not a factor, then why would you be over here? Why would you be actually picking up this, or on your keyboard actually engaging with this? That's fascinating to me. And I'm learning, because I never was cut like that. Like I didn't understand that this is the way that you actually make money in media or social media now. It's like incredible. Like, wow. So this is the cheat code. Like, damn, like I didn't know. I would have been rich a long time ago. I would have actually got money out of this if I'd have knew that this is all you had to do. If I'd have known this was all you had to do, boy. But if you're not aware, Power Play or anybody else, this is what we do. We keep each other company. You know what I'm saying? It's not no set topics. We actually just keep each other company. Live television, live interactive television with actual quality content, subjects and topics. You know what I'm saying? I'm interacting directly with you. That's why you're here, because damn, he was interacting with me. He was talking to me and talking, reading my comments. Like, I am somebody, in the words of Jesse Jackson. I am somebody, and you know I'm somebody. That's why you're here, and you are somebody. That's why I'm responding to your comments. So we both acknowledge that we're somebody to each other. All right. So yeah, it's incredible though. It's incredible, and yeah, this is going to be posted up, and it's gonna make my brother Steel, Big Steel, and myself a little change. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to say this to deter nobody else, but this is to the trolls or the people whose demons that I kind of agitated. Each interaction is doing that. So I'm thankful that God blessed me with the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding, and to be able to articulate defending against the slanders, like the brother said earlier about the minister saying he cursed such and such was a curse. Just imagine if I didn't know how to defend that. Somebody else, you would try to rally the people against me or against Farrakhan, against the nation with some false slander accusations like that. And if I didn't know how to defend that and whoop the little lies about you, then more people would actually believe that. So what was your motivation of even doing that? What is your motive? You know what I'm saying? I love it because that gives me the opportunity to actually show and prove, to get up here and let who will be clowned get clowned. Either you're going to clown me or I'm going to clown you. And it looks like that big nose and them big feet is you know what I mean? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Jesus saves. Get up on here. So this is what I'm gonna start doing. It's good. I mean, maybe y'all talking to each other. I don't know if y'all talking to each other, but if anybody is talking to me and you're not getting on the live with me, knowing that I'm calling you out, then I think that's cowardly. I think that that's very cowardly. And then since I'm an administrator on this page, I'm just gonna start blocking y'all. Since I've been on here 1 month, the subscription rate for this channel then went up over 1,000 people or whatever. And I'm not going to tell you, those of y'all that know YouTube analytics, y'all can look on and see the impact that little brother KAM with a failed rap career has done to this YouTube channel in just 1 month. You know what I'm saying? So we won't miss you. Anybody that's trolling, that's cowards or whatever, that's talking or typing, that's scared to get on the live, I'll just block you and I'll just explain it to Big Steel. Like, yeah, I just block some trolls and some clowns and some bots. We won't miss them. We don't need them. They just distracting from the real ones that want to hear interaction. I would keep you on here if you had the heart to show your face. But since you don't, then you just graffiti artist writing on my wall. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just block you when I get off of here. I'll just go scroll back through the chat and find you and just block you. So get it in now. Get it all out your systems. Empty that spray paint can because you won't be here tomorrow. You got to have fun with it, right? Man, it's crazy. But y'all keep me company. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep me company, even though y'all won't show up for the fade. my little jesters, my little court jesters, the Roman circus. Daryl Roberts, yeah, I ain't gonna block you because at least you be, I respect people that disagree with me respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with you, Daryl Roberts. I rock with you. Other people that that shooting, they just like little weak little shots. Them the ones I'm gonna block. Once I go back through the chat and see the little hating that y'all was doing, then I know who to block. I know who to block. Lance Carter, salute. Yeah, I'm here for y'all, man. Like I said, some of us is really, going through some things in our life, and most of the times, if you disagree with me or you barking at me, it's really because you're dealing with some other trauma in your life, and then I'm just a soft target. I'm somebody that ain't really gonna clap back on you, and you can vent and get it off, and I ain't gonna take it personal. But we need companionship. Some of us need company. Some of us need just a righteous, solid, sometimes a strong brother or a strong father figure or uncle figure or whatever, what I'm saying, to hear us out, or that you probably need to go to sleep on instead of going to sleep on some mess, BS, reality TV, social media, twerking, poison, whatever, the news, mainstream news. You need some, righteous, fairly righteous, just brotherhood, companion, company. What I'm saying? Even if you might go to sleep to it, like, what I'm saying? You're not alone. We live. This is live. This is live company. We keeping each other company live. So many of us is lonely, what I'm saying? Stressing over this, stressing over that, stressing over females or family situation, over money, over our health. You know what I mean? And we just want, and we need just some quality company, some quality, brotherhood, righteous, somebody that's suffering the same pain that we suffering, that can relate, that's not trying to flex and floss on you. Y'all make more money than I do, so we can relate. I just have influence. I just have, different luxuries. I have different luxuries other than money. Have different respect. Have different powers and status or whatever with brotherhood or with my army or with my nation that don't have nothing to do with money. Money can't make us ride, and money can't make us stop riding. So I'm here hopefully as quality company, especially like so-called holidays, whatever, Labor Day weekend. You might be lonely, you might have lost a loved one recently or something like that. Man, I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like listening to that. I don't feel like watching that. I don't feel like you might need to hear just somebody just like me, you know what I'm saying, that can help you focus and balance and kind of, trying to focus on your purpose, life, something other than chasing ass or chasing a bag or chasing this and chasing that. Nah, man, sometimes you just need to sit down and just think, you know what I'm saying? Just ponder, just think about life and your purpose and your existence. You know what I'm saying? What am I here for? What can I do with the time that I got left? So that's what I represent, man. Campaign trail. It's not my pain, but KAM being there speaking into our pain and the trail of tears and blood and sweat and heartbreak and all of that we know this life to be for us. So I don't mind no, little attacks or whatever, because they gonna be my best friend. Tomorrow, the ones that's hating and trolling tomorrow gonna be my best friends, because they're gonna see that I didn't take it personal. And they're gonna be like, yeah, man, I was just tripping, man. I was going through this or whatever. I know, I was too. I've been there. I don't take it personal. That's all. Thank you, Jamila. Tall guy, Slim, man, likewise, tall guy. Company, man, companionship. We social creatures, especially right now, man. Stuff getting so tight, it's getting so stressful, it's getting so crazy. You know what I'm saying? The food and nutrition and vitamin content of the food is so depleted that it's easy to fall into depression. It's easy to fall into anxieties and all kind of psychosis and mental, issues or whatever. It's just too much. It's too much. So we need each other on this level. We need each other on this level. We need counseling. We need reparations, like mental, spiritual, emotional repair. And people that's doing it for a check. We ain't got no money. I ain't got no $100, $200 an hour for no shrink. No. The best shrinks or the best psychiatrists or psychologists are people that been through it already and actually love you. They feel your pain because they've been through it, and they feel it when they see you going through it, when they hear that you going through it. Like, oh no, I know where you've been. Come on, let's talk. I'm just gonna stay on the phone with you. Like it. I'm just gonna stay on the phone till you fall asleep. I'm here. You know I'm quality. You know I'm here paying you attention. I'm here for you. Man, just we ain't gotta talk. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just know I'm here live. You're not alone. And I'm on your side. I'm on your team, and I'm quality. I'm a quality mind that's focused directly on you. That's priceless. If you know you got a real one that you can actually listen to and talk to, and they ain't got no celebrity they trying to pay more attention. Well, I ain't got time for you right now because I'm over here trying to get in these celebrity faces, riding they scrotum. No. My priority is you. You. The ones that ain't the celebrities, the ones that's on here on this live because you don't want to be out in the street, or you don't want to be in trouble, or you got an ankle monitor on, or you already suffering this and suffering that. Nobody cares about what you're going through. Well, I do. So you might not appreciate the way I care, but hey, can't win them all. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. So that's all. I don't be taking none of it personal. Anybody that really get on with me, I'm really salute you. Even if we bump heads, I really salute you because you're more courageous than 98, 99% of the population. It take courage to hop on and disagree with me. I'm telling you, it take courage. It take nuts to do that. So don't get it twisted. Even if, I might clown you or make you tap out on some debate type subject, and then you still got nuts. You still got heart. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be a gang of people with a gang of knowledge that's cowards. I'd rather have somebody that don't really got the knowledge, but got the heart to run a fade and try it. Them the real hitters. Them the real steppers. They just need the information. They just need to be taught how to step, you know what I'm saying, a little better. So I'm on your side. You know what I'm saying? But I don't take it personal. You can get yours off of me every day. I'm not tripping. We're gonna be best friends in a few weeks. If we both stayed talking to each other and clowning each other and dissing each other or whatever, we're gonna be best friends in a couple of weeks. Watch. Been doing this for 30-some years already. Your best friends is the ones you squabble with first. I can't be nobody's best friend if I don't squabble them first. That's just me. I could be wrong, but that's just me. That's where I'm from. I don't even really trust you. Shit. If I don't see what your squabbles is like on whatever level. I mean, Isaac Guerrero, salute. I ain't seen you in a minute. But yeah, I don't want y'all beefing on my thing, my lives neither though. You know what I'm saying? Don't use my thing. I'll have to block you if I see y'all talking too reckless. I'm gonna block everybody I see that's talking reckless against each other. So let's not do that. AK values, we got to understand we ain't going to agree on everything, but if we agree on the stuff that really matters, then we straight. Absolutely. AK values, absolutely. And that's what we here for. We just trying to find a common ground, a common denominator. You free. We all free to have our personal, expressions and opinions and beliefs or truth. So, you know what I'm saying? But let's just agree on the main thing. And I think we already do. But we've been so frustrated and so let down and so, deceived by religion and people that represent religion. I understand why you get at me like that. I understand why you get at the minister or the nation like that. We're not threatened by that. You can get it off, you know what I'm saying? But you're just going to have to take a little, you got to bring some to get some. So But we don't take it personal. If it's them other folks, if it's them slave masters, then we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. But if it's our own people, then I turn the other cheek every day. You know what I'm saying? Forget. I ain't tripping, man. That ain't hurting me. 40 ounce, salute. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just here for that. So hopefully y'all will accept my contribution as a quality company, or what I think I'm trying to be quality company, hopefully. And make your evening or your weekend a little easier, because you know you got somewhere to tune into and really get acknowledged and really get, you know, communicated with, really get listened to if you want to be listened to. Or sometimes you just want to listen while you do whatever you're doing, you paying bills, or you nursing yourself, or eating, or looking after your little children or something. You stuck in the house, or stuck here, or stuck on the road. Brother KAM, I'm your brother. What's your question, Donnie? I see you. What's your question? Do you think you're ready for real scholarship? What's real scholarship? You want to hop back on here with me real quick? I got 5 minutes for you. Donnie, you want to hop back on here and ask me what you're saying? I got 5 minutes for you, and then I'm going to get off of here. You be the last one I talk to. Daryl Jackson, people are quiet because they're concentrating on what you're saying, whether they admit it or not. I hope so. Average Joe, I see you. Salute, Average Joe. Cho Boy said, what happened? I mean, Yusuf said, what happened to Cho Boy? That's a great question. Power 4 play. KAM, you don't need to block. It's a thing called timeout, bro. And you smart, but not as smart as Malcolm. All right. You say so. But I do want you to get on here though, and stop at anonymous typing. Stop stenographing, court stenographer. It'd be great if you be an adult and hop on this live like everybody else did. But I guess that's too much to ask for, huh? That's too much like manhood adult stuff, huh? Right? Says something got under his skin. It's all good. Lloyd Carter II. Islam. Trolls might not understand today, might understand tomorrow. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't take it personal. Today's trolls and haters is tomorrow's warriors. You might be fighting harder for this than the so-called official ones today. So I don't write nobody off. I don't write nobody out. It's all love, all respect. Ahmad Jabril, salute. Walaikum salam, man. Inshallah, catch you tomorrow. God willing, man. Thank you, man. Much love. Thank all y'all for showing up with your brother, keeping each other company. I be wanting to help solve problems, you know what I'm saying, if it's actual problems that you're dealing with. But I know a lot of y'all, since it's a public forum, you don't really want to speak your personals, you know what I'm saying? Because most of us are dealing with specific stresses, personal stresses that we don't want to talk about, or publicly at least, and I understand it. Ricardo, are you still in the nation? Absolutely. Absolutely, positively. Yeah, that's why, it's a pleasure. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to even be disagreed with, to even be somebody worth disagreeing with. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's exercise. You need the friction. You know I'm heavyweight and you're trying to push me off. You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind being used as weight for you, as exercise, to see if you can max out, see if you can handle me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. I'm not trying to crush you or nothing like that. Hey, K Values, be easy. Salute. Much love to you. What's the migrant situation in your area? It's real. It's real. But depending on the type of migrants, like, when you're from California, of course, the so-called migrants or so-called illegals are really the real owners, the real original owners of the country, which is the Mexicans. So I wouldn't say that's migrants. But if you're talking about other migrants, like from Africa or from like they say Venezuela or whatever, that is real. I'm seeing them. I don't necessarily have a problem with them because I know who my real enemy is, and I know how they're trying to use them or use us against each other. So I don't hold them nothing personal against no migrants or no immigrants. But if you hear acting up, and then you're gonna have to get dealt with. But just as a whole, no, I don't have no problem with them. Isaac said, every time I think I find a solid female, my age 26, their mind and focus is so broken, it's hard to even build basic discipline and change their mind and their death style. Kind of depressing. Man, you said a mouthful. That's part of the nature that got to take its course, because now they so programmed with this feminism and this women power and women empowerment, like we're the one that was oppressing them this whole time. It wasn't us that was oppressing you, but now instead of fighting the real enemy, they're gonna turn on us as though we was the oppressors. So you just gotta let nature take its course. We're gonna have to practice certain abstinence, because really that's how you make them act right, by leaving them the hell alone. You discipline women, especially women that's supposed to be with you or trying to be with you or whatever, or you trying to be with, if you being chased around by your nose by their box, then you already a trick, you already lost. But if you're not allowing the disrespect and you setting the law and establishing the law up front, you don't just rely on one. I'm just telling you, this is what I tell my sons. Plant your seed. I ain't talking about sexually. I'm talking about plant your seed, your personality seed. You know what I'm saying? Interact, meet as many as you can. You know what I'm saying? And then the right one will rise to the top. The cream will always rise to the top. And even that one, still has to be taught and trained and shaped and molded and fashioned into what you need her to be for you. And they might not go along with that whole process. So you constantly are, troubleshooting. You constantly, are works in progress, but you never relying on just one. They have to prove themselves. They have to prove themselves. You're the one as the male. If you're a black male and you're a quality black male, you're hetero and you natural and you're healthy and intelligent, you got something going on for yourself, you're the one that's in short supply and heavy demand. You're the one that's in short supply and heavy demand. So you got to actually treat yourself like you a virgin, fine little female. And just anybody can't have me. Just because you want me, you can't have me. You can't have me, or you can't have your way with me. So we got to prove our value as males, as men. We got to prove our value to ourselves first by discipline, self-discipline. So it's too much lawlessness, too much wild, savage, sexual deviancy going on out here with these people, with the youth, especially this new generation that my generation sold out. and created monsters and infected and influenced, like I said earlier with the Luke situation, whether it's Luke, Snoop, Too Short, Cube, you know, whoever. I'm speaking on my side of the nation. That's who I was sent to. So we did that to this new generation. We did that. No such thing as effect without a cause. If the women and males today, this generation is toe up and we scared of them, we can't handle them, they are out of control. Somebody got them out of control. Somebody caused that. So we got to take the accountability for that. But yeah, man. On that note, I see my eyebrows getting, lids getting a little heavy, and I don't want to bore y'all and get flat on y'all. What's your response when people say Ice Cube doesn't do nothing for our people? I don't know if he doesn't do nothing for our people, but you know, I know he don't do as much as he could or should do. He don't do as much as he used to, because really what our people need is a voice. If you're known, if we know you for your voice and then your voice goes silent when it comes to our struggles and our issues, and we know that your voice used to be strong and loud and mean and mad and you known for the frown, like who was you frowning at? It smiles now. Is nobody to frown at right now? Well, we frowning. We in pain. You know what I'm saying? Why are you not frowning? We still in pain. So, yeah, we definitely could be doing more. And like I said, that's why I always put Candace Owens up now. I'm putting Candace Owens up against all these dudes. Candace Owens. Yeah. She doing more real gangster frowning and gangster riding and using her real instrument, her voice, more than all these dudes put together. Well, yeah, that's just because she said, okay, whatever it takes to get her on the battlefield. But she only doing this because she was with them and they turned on her or something like that. Yeah, that's all it takes. Every activist became an activist because something happened against them personally. Something happened personally that made them so upset or so heartbroken that they dedicated the rest of their life to going to warring against that particular thing, whether it's cancer, diabetes, mothers against drunk driving, whatever, you know, abortion, whatever it is. That's how activists are born. That's how revolutionaries are born. It's from, you know, personal, you know, selfish reasons. I don't care how it starts, as long as it gets you on the battlefield. See, a gang of my activism came from selfish reasons, something that happened to me or one of mine. So that's what it takes. But now I'm riding for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's like Malcolm X. That's why I keep bringing Malcolm X up. If people got a problem with Tariq, or they got a problem with Candace Owens, got a problem with Kanye, got a problem with Snoop, Sugar Free, anybody, like Malcolm X used to be worse than them. Malcolm X was an actual real pimp / whatever dealer / whatever trafficker. You know what I'm saying? He was Detroit Red. He was all the way with the full skunk works. But if we would have just condemned him and threw him away, he would have never became Malcolm X, right? So if somebody is in a transition period right now, who am I to say that they no good and they got to be thrown away? Candace Owens we can't never accept nothing she say. Kanye, we can't never accept nothing he say. Look, he sided with Trump, or she sided against black people, or George Floyd, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, that ain't worse than what what Malcolm X did. So especially if you're seeing them using their present influence to make up for the whatever that they did. You know what I mean? So that's just like Tariq. As far as I know, I don't know Tariq. I talked to him a few times, but I don't know him. But I know his movies. I know him from his movies. I don't know nothing about some old pimp, wannabe pimp macking album career or something that he had in the 90s. I don't know nothing about that. That wasn't successful. I know about his Black History Museum. I know about his black hit documentaries, Hidden Colors. I know about his hip hop documentary that's all standing up for the descendant of slave black people. So whatever he did before this, okay. What did the person that you voting for do before they was a politician? What did all these presidents and Kennedys do before they became senators and politicians? I thought they was all criminals. I thought they was all organized criminals, moving everything from contraband to moonshine to humans. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go advocate for them. We're going to go say, well, Martin Luther King died for us for the right to vote for somebody that was just an organized criminal and just cleaned it up or looked like they cleaned it up, and we get to vote for them. Yes, we made progress. But then you want to condemn your own brother and sister for the smallest little thing and don't give them no second chance. You don't actually vote for somebody that you know destroyed you, putting policies and laws in place to destroy your people, and you're going to give them a second chance and find all kind of reasons why you should vote for them. But somebody that you see is actually riding for your people for a change and against the real enemy, and you're going to hold something in the past over their head, which you won't hold it against the devils that enslaved you and destroyed you for the last 30, 40 years. That's why Minister Farrakhan told us to be quiet. Let nature take its course. Let them do whatever they please. Let them do whatever they please. You can't finesse the laws of nature. You can't finesse God. You can't finesse Satan. You can finesse emotional, ignorant ninjas. That's all you can finesse. Emotional, ignorant ninjas. So everything done in the dark will come to the light. Any thieving, plagiarism, lying, cheating, deleting, none of it is going to be, nobody escapes. Nobody escapes. That's why we can be so calm in the nation, because we know the real process of justice. And we've seen it played out throughout our whole lifetime. I have seen personally your greatest heroes that you thought was so this and so that. I've seen them all rise and fall. I've seen them all rise and fall. The ones you was looking up to and saying that they was the second coming of Jesus, or they was this, or they was the most gangster, or they was the most hetero, and they was the most this and that. Seen them go up, seen them peak out, seen them plummet, seen them in the ground. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know I'm the wealthiest one out of all of them. I know I'm the wealthiest. But according to the ignorant, emotional masses, I'm the poorest. So you can keep thinking that. Cool. That'll keep you off of me. If all I got to worry about you is saying you broke and what happened to your rap career, great. Let's keep it there. Because the real enemies know better. The real enemies is on me for something else. You just be on me for that. And we good. Yeah. But I talked about that earlier. If you was wise, if we wise, then we would know how to use any and everybody. Solomon was the wisest of all of them, and he knew how to use devils. He knew how to use sellouts. He knew how to use cowards to work for him. He didn't convert them into righteous people. He didn't convert them into believers. He knew how to use them to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? If you a thief, you steal for me. If you a liar, you lie for me, for my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a devil. I expect you to do devilishment. So here, do this devilishment for me. And if you cross this line, then I'm a deal with you. You cross me, I'm gonna deal with you because I have the ability to deal with you. I'm giving you mercy, letting you still practice your evil because this is your nature. This is what you like to do, but you better do it for me. You better work for me. Yeah, I don't understand that level of warfare. That exists among our people. Oh, you a little 304, you a prostitute, or you a little snitch, you a little this. When they after you come from them folks and telling them folks, them alphabet boys, and you make sure you come tell me what you told them. Because you like to talk. So as you talk to them, you make sure you talk to me. You steal from them, you make sure, you know what I'm saying, not steal from me, but y'all will learn, man, God willing. Devils and sellouts and all that have a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. God has a purpose for us all. On that note, man, I'm going to get off here, man. I love y'all, man. Yeah, it's that time. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe, share, Cash App. I think my Cash App's still on there. If it mean anything to you, because you know your favorite rapper show ain't helping me. No, but on that note, man, I love y'all, and God willing, tomorrow we back at it. Peace and blessings.